All right, everybody. Welcome to another deep dive. We are diving into some leaked info on Wcoin
Yes.
tokenomics.
Super interesting stuff.
Yeah, and we really want to help you guys kind of understand what this means, especially for those of you already playing.
Absolutely, like how this is going to affect you as a player.
Right, exactly.
So tokenomics, as you know, is a pretty critical aspect of any crypto project, and Wcoin's strategy seems to be bucking some of the trends. So
Yeah, it's super interesting, and I think one of the first things that jumps out to me is just like the sheer scale of it, right?
yeah,
Like 100 billion tokens.
yeah,
That's a lot.
100 billion with a B.
Yeah, 100 billion with a B. That's wild. Why so many?
Well, it's a bold move.
Yeah.
It suggests they're aiming for a massive, highly active ecosystem.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this can make the token more accessible, I guess, to a broader audience and could lead to more liquidity.
Right, more people using it, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But, of course, the flip side of that is the risk of dilution. Right.
Which can impact the token's value over time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 100 billion is a lot to throw around.
Yeah, it is.
Go.
Big number.
It's a big number. So it's interesting. And then, when we look at where these tokens are going, it looks like they're really focusing on building that community, right?
Yes.
70%
Huge.
for the players.
That's 70 billion tokens reserved for players.
For the mates.
Or mates, as they call them.
Yeah, the mates.
And
That's a lot.
that's a really high allocation compared to a lot of other projects we see.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And so what does that tell us?
Well, it means that you as a player, your in-game activities could directly affect the Wcoin ecosystem.
Wow.
So essentially, the more you play and engage, the more you're going to contribute to the growth.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's a really cool.
And the value.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's like we're really part of this.
Yeah.
So where's the other 30% going?
Yeah. Where's the rest?
Well,
They can't just give it all away
No, they can't.
to us.
Well, we know some of it's going towards the typical, development,
Right.
marketing partnerships.
Essential stuff.
Yeah, essential for growth.
You got to keep the lights on.
Gotta keep the lights on.
Got to keep the servers running.
Exactly.
And they also mentioned maybe a foundation treasury,
Yeah.
which could be interesting. We don't know exactly what that means yet, but
Yeah. A little vague on the details right now.
yeah, super vague.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. But speaking of interesting, let's talk about this airdrop,
Oh, yeah.
right? All those boosters and batteries and cubes that people have been earning.
All that hard work.
Yeah, all that hard work is becoming Wcoin.
Yeah, your dedication is literally turning into digital assets.
That's so cool.
It is pretty cool.
It's like getting paid to play.
Right. But, we got to consider, is it fair to the people who are just coming in?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, if I'm just starting out now,
Yeah.
do I have the same opportunity as someone who's been there from day one?
Right. And maybe they've got a ton of these boosters.
Yeah. What if they've got warehouses full of batteries?
Yeah, exactly. So that's something to think about.
That's a good point. That's a
Yeah.
really good point. And, we've been talking about what could happen and how it could play out. It reminds me of that wormhole project.
Yeah.
Remember how they did their token release?
Oh, yeah.
They had that whole schedule.
Very structured.
Yeah.
With the vesting periods.
With the vesting. And so can you remind me again how vesting works?
Yeah. So vesting is basically like a safeguard.
Okay.
It prevents a ton of tokens from just flooding the market.
Oh, so it's let's say I get 100 Wcoin through the airdrop.
Yeah.
I don't get all 100 at once?
No, not all at once.
Okay.
So maybe you get 20% right away, and
Okay.
then the rest is slowly released over time.
Oh, I get it. And that's what vesting is.
Yeah, that's vesting.
Okay.
And that helps to make the market more stable, more predictable, and that can benefit everybody in the long run.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because if everybody got all their tokens at the same time,
Yeah.
it would be chaos.
It would be a Wild West.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we don't have all those specifics for Wcoin yet, right?
Right, yeah.
But we should be getting them soon.
We should.
The white paper's coming.
The white paper's on the horizon.
White paper's coming.
All those nitty-gritty details should be in there. Distribution vesting schedules.
Yes.
What those other token allocations are all about.
I'm excited for that.
Me too.
So I guess to kind of sum up everything we've talked about,
Mm-hmm.
seems like Wcoin is making a big bet on the community,
Definitely.
right? Rewarding active players. And it seems like they're going for a really liquid market.
Yeah, they want a lot of people using these tokens.
Yeah. And I think that's really interesting. And it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, it will. And what's got me thinking is this, we've talked about the similarities with Wormhole and their approach and how much they're focusing on the community.
Yeah.
How do you think that's going to affect their chances of success? Like, do you think this combination is a recipe for success, or is it going to be a challenge for them?
That's a great question. And I think, the answer is we'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait for that white paper.
We'll have to see what the white paper says.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot to think about.
It is.
And it's definitely something that we'll be coming back to talk about as soon as that white paper is out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We'll be back to break it all down.
But until then, keep playing the game.
Keep earning those rewards.
Yeah. Who knows? They could be really valuable someday.
You never know.
All right. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
See you next time.
We'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye.